All right, I am live. And this is the first night where I feel glad that there's no one tuning in because I actually started a video and stopped it and deleted it because I just needed to start over. So it worked out in my favor that I don't have live viewers yet. So yes, my name is Rochelle. This is my channel, Inviting Possibilities. I'm on day 12 of a 30-day challenge that I have set for myself. And I have learned a lot. It has been really quite an experience. I have had to push through quite a lot of times of feeling like I just wanted to completely give up. I've been tired. I've been busy. I've been stressed. I've been, I don't know, just a whole host of things. So it's been good showing up every day, forcing myself to do this, because one of the benefits is that working with the cards inevitably helps me feel better and kind of tune back in to myself and, my core truth. And so it's been very healing in a lot of ways. So it's been great. I want to apologize in advance for any glitchy video issues. Every single video, there's been some kind of glitch. There's often the dubbed foreign movie effect where the sound and the video end up being off. And then sometimes my words get cut off completely. And it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And I feel like I'm getting my point across enough that I'm just going to deal with it. And I thought I would try to do this on my phone. And for whatever reason, I can't figure it out. YouTube does not like my phone. So I have to keep using my computer. So here I am. I think I'm going to get right into the cards. Real quick, I decided to use my Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. I haven't used this one yet. And the reason I was inspired to use it tonight is because earlier today I was listening to a reading. My astrological sun sign is Virgo. And the person who was doing the reading was saying that the Virgos that she was tuning into, or I guess you can say that, that she was reading for, are very connected to animals in a very deeply profound way. And I was thinking about it, and I really do have a strong connection with animals. And I am one of those people that I literally wouldn't hurt a spider if I can help it. I feel like all life is meant to be honored. And I kind of think of it as, like, how would I feel if I was just going about my day and someone came along and stepped on me for no reason because they didn't like how I looked? Like, that's not nice, and yeah, spiders bite, but yeah, people shoot. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just going to get right into the cards. I've already shuffled them a little bit, so I'm just going to start And asking the universe, asking spirit guides, asking angels, ancestors, any divine energy that wants to bring guidance to me on behalf of the collective. What do we need to know today? What guidance do we need? And by the way, whenever you are tuning in is when you are meant to hear this guidance. This is a timeless reading. All of my readings in this series are timeless. So it doesn't matter when you show up. There's something in here for you. That is my intention. So, all right, we're going to take that one. Ooh, horse spirit. Freedom is yours. That's really nice. I really like Colette's decks. I think she usually works with the same artist, or often from a lot of her decks she does. And yeah, the images are super cool. The art is super cool. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. I'm really not familiar with this deck very much. I love horses. When I was young, I used to love going horseback riding, and I was never a professional or good at it, but horses are really awesome creatures. So this says, when horse spirit appears, you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It is a time for travel and adventure, whether that means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. Horse spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, a better state of being, for there is no one but you to rein in your will to make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. And I'm just going to paraphrase the rest. There's a bunch here. Horses are social animals, known to be a friend to mankind, willing to carry us forward when we need it. Life is an adventure, and horse spirit wants you to know that whatever choice you make, you have great spirit, and that's capitalized. So, kind of the energy of the universe within, invisible yet holding you up and always walking by your side. So I'm just really feeling like, if you've watched any of my other videos, there has been this ongoing theme that continues to come up. And as I go through this series, it kind of builds on itself. And that theme is that we are collectively in a time where we are being called to step into our own authentic, unique self. And that means stepping away from what is kind of expected of us, or has been expected of us, stepping away from the status quo, kind of dancing to the beat of our own drum, beginning to let that freak flag fly, as they say, because in doing that, it is creating a rebirth for ourselves, both within, and it's in that way, it's allowing us to forge a new path for ourselves. Again, individually and also on a bigger scale. That's, we're kind of all doing this together. And so, horse spirit really is saying to me, it's that next step, which is as we forge this new path, we tap into this newfound freedom to be who we truly are, who we were meant to be in this life. And I know there are a lot of people like me who have felt the need to try and fit inside the box of other people's creations, of trying. For me, it has shown up as being a people pleaser, being kind of a chameleon, trying to get everyone to like me, to feel accepted. And my cousin, she said something interesting, which was that she really tapped into it being her trying to avoid being rejected. And it goes back to the fear of rejection. And I really can relate to that. The problem with that is that we squash our true selves. We squash our voice, our ability to express who we truly are. And I say the word truly a lot. I'm sorry. It just comes out. But we don't allow ourselves to speak our truth, to speak from that core place of who I can't think of the right word, but yeah, who we are, that core essence. And in doing that, we become, we kind of fall into what can be described as our shadow side, which is the part of us that shows up in a less than positive way. And that's not to say that it's bad. There's always something to be learned from anything that happens, including how we show up. And sometimes, I know for myself, when I am not expressing myself authentically, then it's like my subconscious kicks in and expresses itself. Sometimes in I want to say disastrous. Sometimes it is very disastrous, but damaging. It can be very damaging, and it's sort of, I've often felt like it's kind of like a volcano, which you stuff all the stuff down. Eventually it's going to come out, and in not a pretty way. And then, I touched upon this in another video, but there's also feeling so not good that we fall into various addictive behaviors, and as a way to numb or buffer all those feelings that are so uncomfortable, that are saying, no, let me out. I want to is weird. People are gonna reject you. People are gonna look down on you and judge you and criticize you and tell you, you need to do it their way, and all the things. um, and so what's happening now, what the cards keep saying over and over again, is that we are being called to step into our authenticity, which means we are stepping into our power. And in doing that, we are finally getting in touch with our what really makes us happy. With, like, I want to say, in in stepping into that space, that is our happiness. And then we are able to take steps that lead us to our joy. Um, I've said this in another video, but I have this great postcard on my wall that says, "Happiness is not a state to arrive at, but a method of traveling." But yeah, and um, and I really resonate with that, and yet I've really struggled with it. I've had that for years, and there are times when I understand that it's it's not about expecting things to turn out in my favor in order to be happy, that it's about being happy despite how things turn out, whether good or bad. And yet it can be so hard, especially around things where there's a lot of expectation or desire. Um, Often there's a desperation to get somewhere or to get something, where when if it doesn't work out, it's so devastating. It can be so devastating. And it's like, happiness, what's that? So this whole the whole thing, it leads to that. Now we are stepping into this place where we can embody happiness as a baseline for our journey, that no matter what happens, this is where we're at, because we are expressing and ourselves and truly and being our most authentic selves. And that means that freedom comes on the heels of that, that we can, it's like, I don't know if you've ever ridden a horse. um there's kind of the four ways in which they move. There's walking, and then there's the trot. And the walk is fine. Once they start trotting, it's quite uncomfortable. It's like you just kind of get bounced around and you're like, oh, this is weird. But then they start cantering, and that's when they get a rhythm. And it's really, that was always my favorite, because they're not going too fast, which is a gallop, which has a rhythm of its own, but it's very fast. But the canter is really nice because there's that rhythm, and it feels comfortable to the body, like your body can kind of settle into it. And I feel like right now, and maybe for a while, we have gone from walking and we are moving into the trot. And the trot is, like I said, it's I'm not great with adjectives. I'm sorry. um it's it can be jarring. It just kind of, it can be a little unsettling. It just, you can learn to sit in a certain way, so you can kind of handle it a little bit better, but it's not the most comfortable um, part of the ride. And I'm really feeling like that's kind of personally where I'm at in my journey, is the trot has begun, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but very soon it's going to open up into the canter, and that's when I'm going to hit my stride, and when it's really going to start feeling like, okay, I got my groove. Like this feels more comfortable, this feels more right. And I think doing this series is a really good example of that. That in a fairly short period of time, I am finding my stride. I'm learning a lot, and I'm getting comfortable, talking in front of potential people, and um, and it feels, I feel so strongly that it's not just me, that we are all more connected than we've ever been. And through what we have all been through in this last year, and there's been the collective big thing that's happened, is still happening, where we've all been forced to reassess. A lot of us have, and to kind of start thinking about, like, I like during the busyness of life before, there wasn't time to really do much um, kind of inner contemplating, um, the inner work. God, words are just escaping me tonight. But now, more and more people are beginning to move into this new way of being, and stepping outside of the box. And it's change at its core, and change is often not comfortable, and yet it's so necessary. And as I've said in a couple other videos, it's the only thing you can count on in life. Truly. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're moving into our freedom, into that comfortable groove of forward movement. And that is leading us. Horses run in packs. And I feel very much that this energy is leading us all together, both forward and together with one another, in this spirit of a collaboration. So I'm going to leave it there, because my videos just keep going so long and talking way too much, and just letting it flow, letting it come through me. So thank you for being here, for showing up. As always, I am really grateful. Mwah.